What's going on? We got a full body, short little routine to follow along with today. My name is Coach Tile for those that don't know. Hopefully everyone's having a great day, a great evening, depending on where you're at. We're gonna address every muscle group in the body. Again, this isn't gonna be too long. You can do this in the morning before you go to work. You can do this at lunchtime. You can do it before you go to bed. All you need is some water and a towel, okay? You don't necessarily need the water, but the towel is required for this workout. So we're gonna start with some squats. We got 20 reps and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sitting back in that imaginary chair, 6, 7, 8, 9. I like to have my arms and hands out in front of me as a counterbalance. Okay, now that we've gotten to 10, I'm gonna move to the side just so you can see my form. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, with the squats, as we take a quick little breather here, just know that everyone's form is gonna look a little bit different. We all have a different hip anatomy. Some of our ball and socket joints are a bit more pointed forward when it comes to raising the leg and what's comfortable for us. Others, it's a little bit more comfortable to bring the foot out to the side a little bit. So what that means is for some of us, we're gonna have the feet pointed forward, all right, about hip width apart. Being able to sit down. For others, might need to get a little bit wider. If you get a little bit wider and your toes are slightly angled out and that allows you to sit back in that imaginary chair better, wanna always make sure that the knees are tracking the toes. So don't let the knees cave in, okay? So next, let me just double check here. We got an elbow plank for 30 seconds. I'm gonna get my timer. If you're at home, if you're at the comfort of your own home, you won't need to put a towel down on the floor if you got a yoga mat or if you got carpet. But I'm outside today, so I'm gonna put this down. All right, with the elbow plank, wanna make sure that the elbow is directly underneath the shoulders, all right? We're going in 3, 2, 1, begin. 30 seconds here. The key to the elbow plank is focusing on our breathing. Big inhale through the nose. Long exhale out the mouth. This movement is 6 exercises and we'll go through it 2 times. All right, so not too long. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, great job. When you're doing the plank, you wanna imagine you got a plate of your favorite food on top of your back and you don't want it to fall over. All right, take a few seconds here. The next movement we got, so this is the one exercise where we do need the towel, okay? We're gonna do some towel rows. What we're doing is getting our back muscles, getting our arms a little bit, and working our core as well. You're gonna take an underhand grip on the towel, okay? So palms facing out, hands are gonna be just outside the hips. From here, feet hip width apart directly underneath us. We're gonna hinge at the hips, trying to pull that towel apart as hard as we can. Okay, arms aren't gonna be extended out. They're gonna be just below you. So arms straight down, and then you're gonna row that bad boy up to your belly button, squeezing your shoulder blades at the top, back down. We're gonna do 10 reps here, all right? And let's get to it. 3, 4, the harder you pull that towel apart, harder your muscles gotta work. 5, taking our time. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Good job. Make sure to finish the movement before standing up. Good stuff so far. Hopefully y'all are doing okay. Take a few seconds. This next one, we're gonna address our hamstrings, our glutes, and our back. Working that core again. Any movement done right is a core exercise, so everything that we do today is a compound movement, so our core is required. But this next one especially, okay? So working on our balance a little bit. It's a single leg movement. Some of you that have done yoga may know it as the Warrior 3 pose, I believe it's called. But in the fitness world, in the personal training world, we call it the single leg RDL. So what you're gonna do, start with the foot that you feel is less stable. If you're not sure, either foot to start with is okay. My left foot is less stable, so that'll be the one I start with. You're gonna hinge at the hips, reaching for the floor. Don't actually have to touch the floor. Once those hands get just below the knees, you're gonna come back up and reset that foot each time. Okay, we're gonna do 6 on each side. So that's 2, keeping the back flat. 3. The key for balance here is imagine this back leg is kicking the wall or someone, you know, if you're mad at someone at work, behind you. That's gonna help you balance a lot. 5. 1 more. 6. We got some kids playing outside at the park, so if you can hear a little bit of background noise, my apologies, but I can't tell them to be quiet, you know, they're just having some fun. 1. 2. And if you're taking a little bit longer on these, that's okay. Don't feel rushed, all right? That back leg is gonna come up at the same rate the chest falls down. So if that means that you stop a little bit shorter, maybe we're right here for now, that's okay. 5. Last one. 6. Good stuff. The last thing we wanna do on that movement is round our back. So if we're just trying to get as low as we can for the sake of getting low, what I often see is people start to round their back, and that defeats the whole purpose of the workout. Not only does it put unnecessary stress on your spine, but you're not gonna get the proper hamstring and glute engagement that you want. All right? And then we got 2 more movements in round 1. Y'all are doing great so far. We got some push-ups, okay? There's multiple ways to do push-ups. We can do them from the toes, and we can do them from a kneeling position, all right? You wanna do what feels best for you today, okay? We're not working out with our ego, so I'll do 5 from the toes. 1, 2, hands are gonna be just outside the shoulders. 3, if you have them a little bit wider, a little bit more closer, there isn't really a right or wrong for hand positioning. You'll just target the muscles a little bit differently depending on where you put them. So if your hands are a little bit closer, it's gonna be a little bit more shoulders and triceps. The wider we get, the more chest is activated. All right. 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, we got 1 more movement. In round 1, we're gonna do a little bit of jogging in place. So you can be stationary if your space is limited. If you got a little bit more space, you can move up and down, you can jog in circles. Do what feels best for you, okay? Ready, and begin. Sometimes when I got space, I just like to go forward and back a little bit. There's plenty of benefits of running backwards, all right? Since we're always doing the walking going forward, when we go backwards, we target the quad muscles a little bit differently than we usually would, and it's great for injury prevention. So if you have a history of bad knees, I highly suggest walking sometimes backwards. If you go for jogs, sometimes go backwards. I know people gonna look at you a little bit crazy. That's okay. And good stuff. All right, we're gonna take 1 minute, and then we'll start back at the top with squats, okay? Grab a sip of water if you need it. I know I do. "15 seconds in. Almost at the 30-second mark. Again, we're gonna start back with the squats this second round. Now that you got 1 round of squats in, maybe if you tried it a little bit more narrow, maybe this time try a little bit wider. See if you're able to sit back further into that squat without rounding your back. Again, do what feels best for you. We got about 15 more seconds, y'all. 10 more seconds. It's a little windy. Ooh. 4, 3, I'm gonna show y'all from the side. 2, 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more, 19. Sometimes on the last one, I like to sit down and just hold for a second, really work those knee joints, bulletproof those knees, and back up. Take a few seconds, take a few seconds. We got that elbow plank next. We got the elbow plank going for 30 seconds. I'm gonna set up my little station here. Get your mind right, get mentally prepared for it. Going for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. All right, we don't want the hips to sag too low, nor do we want them too high. Also, if the elbow plank is too difficult, you can also do it from a kneeling position, okay? Still keeping that core engaged. Again, make sure the elbows underneath the shoulders. 10 more seconds. Long, drawn out best. And that was 30. Good stuff. Way to go. We got the towel rows next. We got the towel rows up next. All right. Now that we got the movements down, we're a little bit familiar. We'll move a little bit faster so the rest periods won't be as long. But if you need to take a little bit longer, just pause the video and then press play when you get back into it, okay? Anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds rest period between each exercise will be great for this routine. Underhand grip again, double check, make sure y'all got it. Hands just outside the hips. I'm gonna be at a slight angle this time. Hinging at the hips, arms straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Shake out the arms, roll out the shoulders a little bit. We got the single leg RDL next. Got the single leg RDL next, okay? Again, start with the leg now that you've done both sides. Again, if both sides felt roughly the same, then choose either one. But if you notice one side is a little less stable, a little bit more challenging, you want to start with that leg. So I'm starting with my left leg again. 1. Ironically, this is actually the leg, even though I fractured my ankle on this side, my right leg is the one I ruptured my Achilles, but I spent so much time rehabilitating it that it ended up being the more stable leg. 4. Muscle imbalances are a natural occurring thing in all humans. We're born with perfect asymmetries, and I say perfect because we're born with them for a reason. It's nothing that you need to fix. Now, there are some things that can be fixable, but a lot of times asymmetries, muscle imbalances that we have in our body are perfectly normal, and there are even studies that show opposite leg that they're beneficial to our movement pattern. Usain Bolt, I'm sure y'all know who that is. Fastest runner, I believe, of all time. Ran with asymmetries, and as you can see, didn't stop him from being one of the greatest Olympians of all time. If you get hurt, get injured, and you're not able to maybe use one side of the body, the leg or the arm, and you build some muscle atrophy, then that's another thing. That's something that you can build back up and address immediately. But things that we're born with, unless they're extreme, are perfectly fine. Okay, we got 2 more movements, y'all. We got the push-ups and got a little bit of jogging, all right? We'll get right to it. 10 reps on the push-ups. 3 hands are gonna be just outside the shoulders, excuse me. Make sure the fingers are spread out so we're not putting too much stress on our wrists. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, got windy out here. 7, 8. A little bit of Seattle weather today. 9, 10. Great job. Great job. All right, let's jog to the finish line. Okay, we're gonna get right to it in 3, 2, 1, begin. Go in circles this time, because why not? Ten seconds down. 15 more seconds. Again, we addressed every muscle group in the body today. So really, really good job. Got the upper body, got the chest, got the back, got the core, got the front side, got the back side. 3, 2, 1, and that's it for today, y'all. Really, really good job. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully that it was easy to follow, simple instructions, and I wasn't talking too much. If I was, please forgive me. I'm kind of new to this YouTube journey. Even though I've had YouTube for a while, I've been training for a lot longer, and only more recently did I decide to upload this type of content. So just bear with me. It'll get better over time, I promise. But again, y'all have a great day and appreciate you guys.